To Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Hombre, que sale corriendo. Ronda 9 en Hollywood.
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Echémosle una mano.
Behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Hombre.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Pero quítate, Wallace. Ay, llegamos aquí y le vamos a echar una mano al compañero, amigo. Que se vienen. Se me hace que se vienen madrazos, ¿A quién seguimos ahora, loco? Acá, ¿no? Ah, que se armaron los golpetazos, loco. No le di ni una, loco. Se armaron los guamazos. Este ya fue,
Throw out the guns.
Se armaron, los golpetazos, amigo. Uf, amigo, esto estuvo buena, la verdad. Venimos llegando y... Qué bien, Este caso me está gustando un montón,
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. We nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back.
Un robo.
They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Socio, dice.
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
Bien, bien, bien. Nuevo implicado, Willy Rex, amigo. Con razón se me hacía conocido el Willy Rex, amigo.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Vamos para la comisaría entonces a ver a lo que viene siendo Galloway y a Kowalski.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
¿LeBlanc no es la víctima? ¿La otra víctima, la que apareció? La que fuimos a ver ahorita el forense y que estaba al lado. 632, comisaría.
Caught up with Mao. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc.
He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
The guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town. Tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of it.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
You could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, boy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Se ve que Kowalski nos extraña, también.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Venga, pues vamos a empezar desde arriba. Toca leer, amigos. Ciudad de Los Ángeles, California. Nada más. Departamento de robos. Al responder menciona la referencia tal. Ah, ya. Departamento de Policía, Hollywood. Dice propiedad robada. Transitor, efectivo, tal. Mr. Tesla. ¿A quién buscamos entonces, amigo? Buscamos a... ¿A quién buscamos, loco? No, es que ya... Charles Murphy. ¿A este? No, Charles no, amigo. Beverly... A ver, déjenme leer, amigo, porque ya me perdí, amigo. Inspecciona la lista de robos recientes. Está la pitillera. La pitillera es la S, amigo. Ah, ya. Tenemos que buscar la pitillera, amigo. Pitillera de oro. Pues aquí está, amigo. Tenemos otra. No, nada más es esa, amigo. Dice pitillera de oro de fábrica tal. Y tal, es esta, amigo.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Ah, que todavía tenemos... Todavía tenemos más, amigo.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Anillo de zafiro negro. Anillo de zafiro negro. Beverly Everstone. Y nada más, ¿no? Yo creo que sí, nada más, ¿no? Ahora vamos a ir dando a ya.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
Pastillero de plata. Pastillero de plata. Pluma. Candelabro de oro. Biblia de cartón. Oh, de cartón, ¿sabes? No vi de qué era. Reloj. Cartera de piel. Prendas variadas de traje. Y certificado de bonos. Anillo de perla. Aquí está también. Esa es de...
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Era robado el anillo que traía la amiga de la Julia, amigo. Y nada más. Mr. Cohen. Venga. Aquí lo que teníamos que hacer pues nada más es ver lo que habíamos, el anillo de la Julia, que era robado también. Esa que fue a empeñar, robada, que nos enseñó el compañero. Y lo que viene siendo el anillo de la amiga, que también era robado, amigo. Residencia de Everson, pero yo no quiero conducir, que conduzca el compañero, amigo. Lo que pasa es que le dejó oprimido el botón, pero no sé por qué se subió de...
You're behind the wheel.
Venga, pues vamos a la residencia de Everstrom. Vamos para allá entonces. Víctima de robo. Vamos para allá entonces, banda.
So you and
Así
Rusty
que
have been
Rusty-
having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Porque Phelps es Phelps,
Thanks.
amigo.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
Residencia de Everstrom,
Nice house.
637. Bonita casa, la verdad.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
Pues vamos para allá. Ah, es una
Hi,
señora.
I'm Mrs. Eastrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Señora Everstrom. Everstrom. Ojos marrón, pelo castaño, 61 años. Víctima de robo. Informe de robo.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Vamos a ver las pistas, amigo, porque a lo mejor esta señora y me quiere mentir, también. Lista de objetos robados de los últimos 12 meses. 12 meses. Creo que me está diciendo la verdad. Poli, bueno.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
$25,000. La cochinada esa, amigo. Y aquí me estás mintiendo porque todavía faltan los anillos. ¿O no? Lista de objetos robados.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
Dos sospechosos. Aquí no sé qué meterle, la verdad. Pitilla de Fabre de oro y valorada en 10.000. Ah, pues esta.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother.
Ojo.
Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Uy, pues vámonos todos, Interroga a Henry, apartamento de lo que viene siendo. Esto tiene que ver algo aquí, la verdad, amigo. ¿Hasta dónde es? ¿Hasta dónde es, loco? No tiene que ser tan lejos, ¿no? Pues no sé dónde es, amigo.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously.
Está claro que organiza algo de robos.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Bien, mano, pues ya estamos aquí, apartamento de Arnett, las 7:15.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé is.
Otro escolta tal al apartamento de Arnett sin dañar el ¿qué? El auto, ¿no? Supongo. Ya te digo yo que este logro me lo merezco, Chéquense desde dónde. Aquí estamos, Aquí era donde tenemos que llegar. Estábamos como por hasta acá. Creo que era aquí. Sí, aquí estábamos, a banda. Por eso es que hice el corte, amigos. Si no, aquí 3 años, loco. ¿Sabes? Venga, pues vamos a hablar con el Arnett.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Apartamento 30. Vamos para allá. Aquí lo que no sabemos.
Isn't this just nice and awkward?
Este caso, la verdad es que es muy bueno, la verdad. Me gustó mucho, Me gustó mucho, amigo. ¿Qué está pasando? Lo están golpeando.
Stop!
Don't kill him,
LAPD!
Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on, get
Put
out
your
of here.
hands in the air!
Se vienen. Detén al sospechoso.
Give it up! LAPD!
Allá va el pibe, Yo ya,
Don't
le
make
hubiera,
me chase you!
yo ya le hubiera metido. Uy. Ya le hubiera metido un balazo en la pierna mínimo. Toma. Qué hijo de su madre, amigo. Tremendo.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop.
Tremendo trancazo.
Back here.
Under your own steam, miraculously. He came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
Y no agarramos al sospechoso,
Missing
amigo.
something, Henry?
Investiga la casa de Arnett, amigo. Vamos a empezar primero por acá. Tremendo trancazo le pegó al compañero Phelps, Tenemos aquí. Este caso me está gustando, pero está siendo largo, la verdad. Aquí ya no hay nada. Tenemos que checar lo que viene siendo la maleta, ¿no? No, creo que no. Nada por aquí. Y vamos a checar para acá lo que viene siendo un pintalabios, ¿no?
Nothing significant.
Nada importante, dice el compañero Phelps. Aquí es la entrada, aquí ya no hay nada. Es bastante amplia, la casa. Tenemos aquí una linterna. Y nada más, pues vamos a hablar con el... A ver. Vamos a ver la maleta.
Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
Regalo de mis padres, dice. Esa cosa es más robada. Billete de pasajero de Los Ángeles a México. Destino Ciudad de México. 12 de septiembre del 47.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
¿Qué más hay aquí? No hay nada, ¿no? A ver, ahí está. Les iba a decir, es que, a ver, pero ¿por qué sigue sonando la cancioncita? Ahí está, ya se acabó. O sea, ya no tenemos nada más aquí. Nuestro sombrero, quién sabe dónde esté, la verdad, pero bueno. Red profesional de robo. Vamos a preguntarle.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and the Blanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
Me dedico a la moda, dice. Tenemos que ser muy asertivos en las preguntas, ¿sabes? Y en cómo le vamos a decir al tipo este, amigo.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Anillo de perla. A ver, vamos a ver. Sabemos lo del anillo y lo que hacía usted, Randall. Creo que vamos bien, ¿no?
I thought as much.
No, amigo, no,
Couldn't you be calling me an
hombre.
ambulance or
Vamos
something?
muy bien, amigo, muy... Que iba aquí entonces, loco. A ver, déjenme checar que iba aquí. Esto ya es por puro... O sea, la acabamos de fallar. Increíble, ¿eh? Increíble, amigo. Red profesional de robo.
You won't let me leave until we finish this, detective. So you'd best get on with it.
Bien, mano, pues estuve checando y creo que, a ver, estaba entre esta y esta, amigo. A lo mejor y era nada más poli malo, pero si se tenía que acusar, a lo mejor era entre esta y esta. Yo le puse esta, la fallé. A lo mejor era esta, amigo. La verdad no supe, amigo. Tenemos que ser muy cuidadosos aquí porque
You won't let me leave until we finish this, detective. So you'd best
aquí
get
va a estar
on with it.
difícil, ¿eh? Móvil del asesinato de Randall. Identidad del señor Henderson.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Henderson no existe, dice. Henderson no existe. La asistente Virginia declara que el señor Henderson vive en San Francisco. Me están agarrando. Yo sé que tengo las pruebas aquí, pero no sé cuál meterle, ¿sabes? Henry. La asistente Virginia Reigns declara que el señor...
Give it up, Arnett. You're facing the gas chamber. Give the judge some reason to commute.
You still don't get it, do you? Julia entrapped everyone. She was so beautiful, so goddamn cold.
Es increíble, estamos fallando lo último, loco. Nos van a bajar hasta 3 estrellas a lo mejor, ¿eh?
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
Es que estoy teniendo todas las pruebas aquí, banda, y no las estoy... no las estoy, lo que viene siendo, sabiendo ordenar, ¿sabes?
You wanted Julia Randall out of your life.
Why would he want that? Julia was our friend.
Julia was his hump, sweetheart. They were the Bonnie and Clyde of society burglars. He met you and realized he didn't have to steal anymore. He could just mooch from you. He needed Julia out of the way.
Julia was insatiable. She didn't care about anyone, not the least me. She was never going to go back to the poverty she came from. I wanted it to stop.
Henry Arnett, you were under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Fallé todas las preguntas, banda, pero es que no supe acomodar lo que viene siendo... Nada, amigo. El caso este me está gustando, pero la estoy cagando, amigo. Es increíble, ¿eh? No supe qué pruebas meter. Todas eran acusaciones. O sea, las tres eran de acusar. En una la acusé, la primera la acusé, pero no supe cuál meterle. En la segunda le puse poli malo y era acusar también. Y en la tercera le puse poli malo y era acusar también, pero no supe cuál, amigo. Yo sé que ahí las tenía y a lo mejor ustedes lo están viendo y están diciendo, es que ahí lo tiene sonso, sí, pero yo no logro, mi cerebro no logra captar cuál, ¿sabes?
Do we know where we're going?
Vamos a la consulta al consultorio, entonces. Yo siento que ese es el doctor el que mató, ¿sabes? Pero bueno, vamos para allá entonces, banda. Uf, amigo, qué caso, me está gustando, pero está siendo un poquito...
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
Este caso está siendo bueno, pero... Ya me jodió con esas tres preguntas, Venga, pues vamos para allá entonces.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in. I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. You know that I loved her. I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
De hecho, se pone a correr, amigo. ¡Ah! Amigo.
Didn't see that coming.
Esto es miniatura, también. Esta creo que es la mejor, amigo. Esta es la mejor miniatura, luego. Y se tiró, amigo.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Este caso es el mejor, amigo, Este caso es el mejor. Este caso no me acuerdo de este. Este creo que es un DLC 100%, yo creo.
Coroner, immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
Apartamento. Este caso está siendo el más
We
largo,
have an
loco.
address for the runner.
¿Tenemos qué dice?
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Tenemos que zanjar. Sí, amigo, porque se me está alargando el episodio, amigo. De por sí son largos. ¿Sabes? No me lo puedo creer. Este caso está siendo el mejor, ¿eh? Por lo menos de lo que viene siendo de antivicios, amigo.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful, boy.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place doing what they're told.
Ya llegó la poli. No podemos ver
Thank God
aquí.
I didn't park there.
Advice?
What are we missing? Let's go back to the apartment.
Se tiró ahí el pobre doctor. Van a ver el pobre.
That's a guy from the papers.
You can drive.
Big case.
Venga, pues vamos para el apartamento de Willy. Apartamento de Willy, la 1 de la madrugada, amigo. Está siendo el mejor caso, la verdad. Como mínimo de antivicio. Por no decir que de todos.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
¿Qué tenemos que hacer, amigo?
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
No queremos que salga disparado, dice.
Wait. Cole. You hear that?
Ah, la armónica. Se escucha por aquí, ¿eh? Se escucha por aquí, ¿eh? Ah, está en el callejón, ¿no? Sí, lo más seguro es que está en el callejón, loco. Ahí está, ¿eh?
Wilson Reed.
Ah, pues se fue el que me pegó un trancazo, loco. Fue el que me pegó el trancazo, loco. Qué falso, ¿eh? Le pegué 2 o 3 en el culete, amigo, y no. Ahí sí, falsazo, ¿eh, Phelps, amigo? Le pegué 3 en el culete y nada, amigo. Mira, por ejemplo, aquí le puedo pegar, amigo, y nadota. Y se meta ya, amigo. ¿Dónde agarró, amigo? Para arriba, ¿no? Tiene su escondite bien, ¿eh? Quítate, Roy. No, es que si teníamos que perseguir, ya se nos escapó desde hace 30 años, ¿no? Y ahorita me está esperando, ¿no? Acá arriba.
Hold it.
He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings.
There he is. Wait, the son of a bitch.
Falsazo ahí, Qué falso, pero bueno. Le pegamos 1000 tiros,
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Well, you had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Qué caso más espectacular acabamos de vivir. 4 estrellas. Sí, me lo merezco, amigo, porque fallé lo que viene siendo el cuestionario del Henry, amigo. 4 estrellas. Yo creo que si hubiéramos acertado lo que viene siendo las preguntas estas del Henry, nos hubieran dado yo creo que las 5 estrellas, la verdad. Pero bueno, pistas encontradas 15 de 16, faltó una, amigo. Preguntas correctas 10 de 16, fallamos 6, acertamos 10. Habíamos empezado muy bien el caso, la verdad, pero nos fuimos para abajo en lo que viene siendo ya casi al final, porque ya tenía un montón de lo que viene siendo mucha información, ya te da un conflicto en la cabeza, ¿sabes? Daños a vehículos 37, heridas 0, daños a la ciudad 0. Notas del caso: el rastro más pequeño de morfina en el escenario del crimen habría hecho sonreír a Carruthers, que creo que Carruthers es el jefe, ¿no? No sé, la verdad, amigo. Pero bueno, banda, vamos a ver si hay un post. Que por cierto, banda, el mejor caso, no sé si es del DLC, la verdad. Luego me voy a informar. Pero este caso no lo recuerdo, no lo recuerdo, amigo. Que nada, muy buen caso, la verdad. Eso sí, muy largo, la verdad. Muy, muy, muy largo, amigo. Me va a tocar editar, pero bueno. Vamos a ver. Ay, ay.
We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill. That's one of our 50 cows still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole! Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star, and promoting you to First Lieutenant.